Beautiful souls, and welcome back, or welcome to the Hawk and I. My name is Lana Zelinsky, and I work in the spirit dimensions. As always, in all my videos or live feeds, simply take what resonates, and you're welcome to leave the rest right here. Good morning. Good to see you guys all coming in. I'm happy to have an energy update. This energy update is going to hold us through until I get back. I am leaving on Wednesday for Mexico for Day of the Dead, and I'm very excited. It is my first time experiencing something like that, and it's it's a great time, and I'm very grateful to have that opportunity. Like I said, I'm very, very excited. I'm going to jump into the energy update. I am also a little bit pressed for time today because I do have in-person sessions, and I'm grateful. And I can't wait for to see all my in-person people today. So last week, I just need to go back to last week a little bit because we talked a lot about that intense emotional energy. We talked about the emotions. We talked about all of that zap feeling, and we talked about being encouraged to listen to our own inner strength and tapping into our feelings. What I'm feeling coming up for the next, excuse me, sorry, week and a bit is it's kind of an interesting energy update. I feel like we're coming into that warrior, putting on that warrior suit. We need to start working through a few things. It's time to start working on letting go. And I felt like that letting go energy is being served up to us in just a beautiful, beautiful space. It's going to feel a little bit heated. Don't be surprised if you start to see some repeat themes coming up in the next week and a bit. There's a new power coming in, and it has a very deep, brave wisdom. Brave wisdom strategies is how spirit gave it to me, and our own letting go. And in order to let go, there's a purpose for the letting go process. We are coming into a very new rebirth kind of energy that's going to be following up into November. November feels like a whole new beginning for me. It feels like a rebirth. It feels like, okay, I think I've learned those lessons. I think it's time for us to move through all that. I'm ready for the next is how it felt. I'm ready for the next, and the next, whether it be the next version of me. I'm ready for that. And in order to get there, we're working through our feelings and of what we're letting go. And I think a lot of that energy from last week was kind of giving us a heads up on what we need to let go, the release work. Welcome in that gentle energy of letting it go. Things we can't change. There are things that are out of my control. I cannot change other people. I can't change their responses. Whatever it is that you can't change is going to be showing up in the next week and a bit. And depending on how you look at it, because remember, how we look at it and how we view it is really, really important, right? So being able to say, okay, what is this teaching me? What am I being shown to let go of? And being willing to say, okay, I'm ready and it's time, and preparing yourself for that. And as you kind of navigate through that, once you kind of, okay, I think I'm ready to I think I'm ready to move on. I think I'm good. I've had enough kind of feeling. That's how it felt like big time for me when I was sitting with the energy. Then I had my own aha moment. When you think about what is going to be celebrated over the next week or so. So we've got Day of the Dead, it's a celebration of death and rebirth, and it's celebrated in Mexican cultures as well as some parts of South America. Then we have Halloween, and Halloween is based on the pagan festival. Um, so when you think about, what that means, there's a lot of rebirth and death and letting go. And then we have the Pleiades. The Pleiades are in the sky, and my jaw literally dropped. They represent death and rebirth. So there's a lot of things going on energetically that connects to festivals, what's going on in our sky. Then I had to look up where we were as well as far as the astrology goes. We're in Scorpio season. What does Scorpio season represent? Death and rebirth. And I literally sat there with my pen from channeling, and my jaw just dropped and went, okay, I get it. And I also took a look at myself and what needs to move through me, what needs to kind of be acknowledged, learned those lessons, time to move forward, but also what else do I want to do? What else do I want to do? So and spirit literally asked me that, okay, so what do you want to try? What do you want to explore? What do you want to experiment with? What kind of energies do you want to learn about? There's a huge learning space there, but as humans we fight it, right? So the intensity of the energy that's going to be passing through in the next, I'm going to say about the next 10 days, it's going to feel intense. It's going to have this feeling of heavy, intense, but it's how we're viewing it, and that's what Spirit said. You're viewing this as heavy and intense, where the other side of it is like, I'm making room for new. I'm making room to explore. I'm making room to experiment. And as humans, we struggle with that. We struggle with that with, okay, what's this? What do I need to let go? We struggle with letting go, but there is a whole exciting space to that. So when you think about that for yourself, do you struggle with letting go, whether it be people, whether it be habits or situations, whether it be old thought processes? Kind of take a look at what you struggle to let go, and are you seeing things pop up that the same theme with people, or the same theme with situations, or the same energy that you're kind of like wash rinse repeat, uh, and find a way. So, people always kind of say, well, how can I release? So find a way. And I'm big on this, guys. I know I say this almost every single live. It needs to resonate with you. So when it comes to letting go, finding ways that resonate with you. If you want to write a letter and burn it, whether you just want to talk through it, whether you want to practice, I'm going to put that down. Whatever works for you, try doing a little bit of that physical work of, okay, I'm gonna put that down, I'm gonna let that go. Just try working with yourself a little bit on ways that you can, I don't want to use the word finally, but ways that you can let go, or ways you can finally put it down. And with our own healing, our healing is continuous. We're always healing. We're always working through. Can you set yourself up with a little bit of a daily or a weekly plan? Because I think, when we wait for that build up, that those layers and layers and layers of stuff to let go, and then we finally have that moment where it's like, I'm exploding. If we can avoid the exploding with coming up with a routine of letting go. I do it every night. So I just kind of, okay, today was this, today was that. I'm gonna let it go, and I'm gonna work on moving through it. The other thing is sometimes when we push things down, it bubbles up all at once. So the energy this week from all of the death and rebirth energies that are going around us, don't be surprised if it starts to bubble up. But there is a glorious, glorious other side to all this. There's a glorious side to the learning, and we're here to do that. Honor yourself. Now, I also want to talk a little bit about spirit activity in the next, 7 to 10 days ish. It's going to be higher, and the reason is we are very, very open. When you think about the celebrations that I just talked about, whether it be, Day of the Dead, Halloween, or the Pleiades. When you think about all of that energy, we're cracking open into a space where the spirit dimensions are a lot closer. So your intuition is probably going to be a little bit higher. And with that, some of your emotions may be a little bit higher, but also with our spirit guides and our deceased loved ones and pets and our ancestors, you're going to feel them a lot more, because collectively, and even in your own energy fields, you're a bit more open right now, because there's so much around you that's encouraging that, that's supporting that, that's saying, hey, we're right here, we've been here all along. It's not that spirit comes in closer this time of year, it's because we open up to them a little bit more. And speaking of opening up, I just want to share very quickly about how at an event that I did a KW dog friendly event, and it was a Halloween event, and I was asked to attend as an animal communicator. So I had planned on doing a little mini workshop to introduce myself and how I work with energy, and there was a little bit of pushback. You could feel it in the crowd. Nobody was really listening. And I was like, okay, so for a millisecond, I felt, do I have to prove myself here? And I was like, hard no, I don't. I just have to do what I do. Right. So I literally asked for a volunteer in the audience. I started to channel. I started to give them information on their two dogs. And literally you could see the openness in the crowd. I know there was literally, at first there was no one around that wanted to hear. Once I just kind of allowed myself to be who I am, a lineup of people formed with their dogs for a reading. And I processed that after the event, and I went back and watched a little bit of the video, because I had somebody record just kind of little snippets for me. When I went back and looked at it, it was that exact thing. It was that openness. When we allow that openness, things kind of flow. And there was a lot of learning, right? I could see people taking in the learning, but you can't force people there. And that was kind of a moment that I think we all have had where we're trying to speak our truth, or we're trying to share what we do, or we're trying to meet new people, and we can get that little bit of pushback, and we have to put down what other people think. And that's a big one, and that may be something that comes up for you, that you want to release, is really caring what other people think. I've worked through that a long time ago, but every now and again it pops up, right? Every now and again things pop up, and we have to go back into our stuff, our physical world stuff, and let it go. Whether it be almost every day, or whether it be once a week, or once a month, or once every couple of years, whatever it is that you're navigating through, it's going to have some intense energy this week. But just take a moment and just say, okay, is this showing me what I need to let go? Is this showing me that it's time for me to try something new, I'll use the word rebirth, the kind of like, okay, I'm gonna try something new. I'm gonna give this a chance. I'm gonna allow my authentic self to shine bright. It's going to be a big push this in the next week or so to move along into your own self, that warrior energy, that warrior suit up, warrior suit up, and move through. That is the big message for the next little bit. Let me grab some questions before I have to go. I do have a little bit of time here. Well, it's good to see you guys all coming in. Bianca, any message of my spirit guides for me? I feel they've been helping me a lot with my tarot readings. Absolutely, Bianca, and I'm not sure if I mentioned this before last week or not, but I feel like something's changing there. I feel like that leveling up. So your tarot readings may start to feel like they're leveling up. Perhaps you're just going a little bit deeper, but I think it's also your trust is changing. I think the rebirth for you is going to be that change in your trust, that next level of trust. I really feel that quite strongly. Wes, good morning. Hi, coming to you from the beach. Wes, I'm so happy that you're spending some time at the beach. I think you got a good couple days in a row that you've been hitting that beach. I love that for you, Wes. And you've probably been working on a lot of letting go. It's easier to let go when we're standing in nature, right? The water is a glorious space to kind of like let go and move with the flow. So good for you there, mister. Hi there, Brian. Good morning to all you coming in. I won't be able to be here for long, but I'm glad to catch up on something. All right, shall I have a great day? Bianca, I'm gonna do a letting go ritual this month. I prefer to do them at night or on Sundays for some reason. And good for you, and well done trusting that. Whatever works for you. I say that to people all the time. Don't get caught up on it has to be done this way or it needs to be done that way. What do you want to do? What feels good for you? What do you connect energetically with? Tap into that. It will have a deeper meaning for you because it's your journey anyway. All right. Shelby, good morning. Any messages from spirit for me today? Shelby, I feel like I've got to congratulate you on something. So, and it feels more of that spiritual path. So I feel like I've got to say good job on whatever it is that you've been doing, whether it be growth or whether it just be that, I mean, perhaps it's even letting go. But I feel like I have to, and I get the overthinking part. I feel like I have to say, allow those thoughts to come and go. It's okay. You don't have to tap in there as often, or you don't have to feed them. And I feel like if it doesn't resonate in this red hot moment, just remember it for the week. You don't have to feed the overthinking. Starve them out if you need to. What is this trying to teach me? Got it. What am I learning? Got it. All right. Shy, it's funny because I became an aunt again 2 days ago, yet a death is also likely nearing in our family. Setting you love and support there, Shy. Bianca, Scorpio is death and rebirth. That's my moon sign. Very intense energy. It is very intense energy. It's gonna be a good 10 days, I think, of that intensity. But like I said, and I don't mean to repeat myself, but I'm gonna anyway. Is what is this trying to teach me? It's a learning. It's gonna be a big, heavy, intense learning week, but it's for a huge, huge purpose. Remember, you're gonna get to the other side of it. Whatever you're navigating through, it's only temporary anyway. What am I learning? I'm going to push through it. Fran, I had an aha moment this weekend. Now I have to work through the realization. Death, death. So, Fran, does that connect to like a rebirth or letting go of something? Just curious on that one. The world is rebirthing, absolutely. And what a fantastic, what a fantastic time. What a fantastic space to be in. The letting go, and I don't know why I have to keep coming back to that, probably because we do really struggle with that as humans. We struggle to let anything go. I mean, at one point I couldn't even handle cleaning out my closet. I didn't want to let go of old things, whether they fit or not, or whether I like them or not. So even if it's starting there, if letting go is hard for you, start with something. It's not that simple, I suppose, but something that simple of a purge, of cleaning out of something. Start with your physical physical stuff, if you find it a struggle to tap into the emotional stuff or the hard stuff, just go into what is easy for you. If it's cleaning a cupboard, tap into the energy of cleaning a cupboard. It's about that letting go process. Try and get that momentum going of letting go. And, I will say, I've been practicing that whole letting go for many, many years. And there are times where it's really easy, and there are times where it's just like you just like clench so hard to work through it, and it's all okay. It's all okay. And I think we have to soften ourselves a little bit with that. It's okay that it's hard to let go. It's okay that I'm learning something hard right now. Bianca, I struggle with letting go of extreme traumatic experiences. Those are big ones. Those are big ones. And when we let go, when it's that moving forward, even though that experience will be in your mind, or stay in the head space, it's about working through them with love and holding that energetic space of loving myself. I'm going to love myself. And it is, a lot of the deeper things do take constant work. So good, thank you, Bianca, for posting that and sharing your experiences with us. Mandy, that is what I needed to do. Let go of things. First snowfall yesterday in Sudbury. Mandy, my brother sent me some pictures. He's closer towards North Bay, but he sent me pictures of the snow on his windshield, and I was like, "Oh, it's coming! The snow is coming." Um, I've been feeling them a lot more. Indeed, I've been enjoying it actually. Omicron, I saw a cute picture on Facebook. They were such cute doggos. It was so fun. It was so fun. I did share a little clip. I think the video that I shared I think it's on Facebook, probably on Instagram as well. I think I set it up as a reel. I can't remember. But that first video that I posted on Facebook was where I had to kind of say, okay, I'm not going to share anymore on how I work. I'm just going to get a volunteer and start channeling because nobody. I think Fran was there, so Fran, you can chime in there too. It was like hello, no one's really listening. No one seemed to care until it got real. But yeah, it was a lot of fun. Those dogs were so cute in their costumes. Oh my goodness, I had such a good time. Um, Thank you for the messages, suggestions. Any messages for me? Big month coming, Mandy. So I feel like I've got to kind of like pull deep and hard into alignment. Mine, not mine. Energy is going to be huge for you. Mine, not mine, not mine. I'm always doing the best from where I'm standing. I feel like you need to hear, and you always have. And I feel like I need to say that you've always done the best from where you're standing, Mandy. I also feel I have to say, don't pick up what's not yours. So practice that not picking up of things. Not mine. I'm not picking it up. Really kind of bring that into your awareness this week. Tabitha, hi Lana. The pics of the dogs. I love the pics of the dogs. I'm trying to reach one of my dad's sons. Hopefully the email will work. Do you see him? Do you see me reaching him? And how will it be? Dad said he could be difficult. So Tabitha, I feel really unknown here, and it can be really hard to tap into to how somebody is going to react because they have choice and free will, and they're going through their own stuff. So it can be hard. When I feel where I get pushed to talk about the Tabitha, is I get pushed to talk about you're doing your best and you're putting out a hand. Right, here's some love and light. I feel like I've got to say tap into that energy, and I feel like I have to say it's always there when you're ready. So I don't know if he's going to be 100% ready or will answer right away because I feel like I have to say just kind of do this today or tomorrow and just kind of my hands ready for you when you're ready to take like and meaning like that reach out energy. You can reach out to me when you're ready. I'm not 100% convinced that he's ready, but I feel like I just have to say put down the timelines and just be open to when he is. I don't feel it permanently closed though. I don't feel there's a permanent close. It's just a matter of when. And people are responsible for their own energy and how they respond to it. So I have to say to you, Tabitha, you've done your best. So, leave or visualize the door always open when he's ready, or visualize your inbox, with his name in it when he's ready. Just kind of put that energy out there without that is he or isn't he, will he or won't he, what if he doesn't, just whenever he's ready, and it may take him a while. And he may navigate through it differently. It's really hard to lean in there with people's thoughts, especially when they're all over the map. And I just don't feel like it's wide open yet for him. But keep the door wide open. I hope that helps. Diane, any messages from my cousin? We always spend Halloween together. I have a few of her decorations up. I love that so much. Diane, I feel One thing that you can, and it's very similar to what they do in Mexico with Day of the Dead. They put out pictures of their loved ones, or they put out items of their loved ones. I love that so much. I feel like I have to say, and I don't know why I'm tasting black licorice, but I am. So what's black? So either it's black licorice itself, or a drink that tastes black licorice. There's a taste of black licorice really, really strong in my awareness. Diane, I feel like I've got to have fun. Have fun with her, talk with her, like spirit is in such a fun vibration. It sounds like you're well on your way with that, with a few of her decorations up, but really, really lean into there. Jasmine, what do my spirit guides have to say about Mr. About me? Okay, sorry, Jasmine, I seen the second comment underneath that. What do the spirit guides have to say about me? Jasmine, I just want to have a lean in there. Jasmine, I feel like you've been doing a lot of asking. I feel like reaching out with, can you help me? And I feel like I have to say, just open up a little bit more, because I feel like they're leaning in on you, and I just don't know if you're quite so certain, or if you're quite aware of how they, what to expect. So I kind of, sometimes messages from our spirit guides come as feelings, sometimes messages come as signs, sometimes it's our intuition, and I just have to say, trust it. So I don't know if you've been struggling with trusting what you're feeling or what you're getting, but I feel like I have to say we are indeed helping and supporting, and I feel like I have to say you're doing a really good job. You're doing a really good job at navigating the physical world here. Um, Lindsay, morning, Lana. I came home from a work trip with a lamp that shouldn't have been turned on. This happened last work trip I did too. Who is doing this, and is there a message from them? Lindsay, number one, I feel, I don't know if you worry a lot about home, and you worry if you're over the top worrying a lot about travel, but I feel like it's your spirit guides saying, and it's literally the light reference. The light is always on for you, but it goes even deeper than that. There's always light at your feet. There's always light in front of you. You're going in the right direction, and it's a support of the light is always on. So I don't know, Lindsay, if you sometimes struggle with, with feelings of loneliness, or I can't see where I'm going. It's a sign that they're navigating you in the right direction, and that you are following that. And I also feel like your inner compass, as I literally went to my inner compass, I feel like your inner compass has gained some strength. So either you're trusting that inner compass, or you're leaning in there a little bit more. And I also feel like you've done some putting down, because I literally want to shrug my shoulders. I feel like, yeah, okay, that happened. I feel like you're working through a lot of that. Fran, yep, there was a huge shift at your event. It was crazy to watch. It was so crazy to watch. And I am always very much okay. And I even say this all the time. It's okay it's being open-minded and being closed is two different things. And you can have the open-minded skeptic, and that's perfectly okay. But I didn't lean into proving myself. I had nothing to prove. Nobody wants to listen to me. You don't have to listen to me. I'm just going to channel. And I just simply allowed it. And the shift was huge. When we allow and don't get in our resistance, it's huge. I just simply stood there and channeled, and it was profound. And the feedback that I got afterwards was and I even had somebody say, you know what, I had no idea on how that works, so thank you for teaching us. And I thought for a moment, good thing I didn't get in my head and say, thanks for coming, I'm out. Right. So I feel like that was such a huge thing that we can all take from. People don't have to listen to you. People don't have to, to resonate with you. And you truly just have to continue to stand there in your personal. And I just stood there in my power with the microphone. And it was so healing for myself, because at one point that would have really shaken me. That would have shaken me huge. Stand in your power, you guys. Doesn't matter whether you're supported or not. All you need is to stand in your own truth. All right, you guys. I tend to do that with my mom. Says Easy Puff, but only now because she's been dealing with bizarre mind crap on top of her chemical imbalances for like 8 years, and I can't mentally deal with it anymore. Sending you love and support there, my friend. Okay, let me scroll down. I have to watch the time, you guys. I got like 2 minutes, but I have to get to my in-person sessions. Thank you for all your suggestions. Any messages? Okay, I already read that, Mandy. Sorry. Shelby, I've been doing a lot of letting go the last year, and I'm finally getting better at it. Well done. I felt relief lately. You congratulating me just helped me acknowledge that. Thank you. You're very welcome. And Shelby, I want to say to you, like, good job. This letting go and healing and working through our stuff lately, it's hard work. So, you know what? Good for you. Um, Rashmi, my mom is acting like crazy. Sorry, I gotta come back. My mom is acting like crazy. She is gravely manipulated by some of her family members. Will she come to her senses? I can't handle this anymore. So, what I feel like you need to say, and I feel like I need to be firm here. So I feel like you need to either sit down or on a call. I feel like you can sit down with her, and I feel like you have to say, well, one more time, these are your choices, and I'm no longer involved. It's that boundary place, and then removing yourself completely. But I feel, and I do feel, and I feel kind of nauseous with it. If I'm honest with you, Rashmi, I feel kind of nauseous with that. So I feel so either perhaps they're manipulating her to the point where it's making her sick, but I just feel really nauseous. But I feel like I have to say her lessons, not yours. Over here you go. I'm here if you want to talk, but I'm no longer involved. I'm here for other conversations, but I'm not getting involved. We cannot get in the way of other people's learning, and we can't change their learning path, right? And that's huge. And when we see things so clearly, and other people don't, we have to remind ourselves they're learning that lesson, and I can't change it for them. They're learning that lesson, and I can't change it for them. We can interrupt things, or we can weigh ourselves down with other people's learning. Mom, I love you, but I'm out. I'm over here. This is not good for me. It's not good for you. But whatever you're choosing, I have to watch over here. And it's not about disconnecting, or it's not about. It's just about I can't be involved in that part anymore, and I have to honor myself. All right, you guys. I know it was shorter than normal that I'm on. I leave on Wednesday, and I will try. So I'll try to post across my socials when I can. I won't be doing an energy update for YouTube, but I am going to try to either go live from a Day of the Dead festival, or record it and then post it when I get back to my accommodations. When I got some Wi-Fi there, I don't usually edit my videos because I don't have time to edit, nor do I know how. But I will post when I can across my socials, and I'm very, very excited to go. I cannot wait. So the Day of the Dead, it's just such a deep. I resonate deep so much there with that, with how they celebrate their loved ones and the festivities. So it's such an honor that I'm having an opportunity to go and stay with local people, and experience that culture, and experience that festival so authentically. I cannot wait. I haven't packed yet, but I'm not one that frets over packing. You just kind of throw in the socks and granny panties in, and away you go. What more do you need? All right, let's do a number. Let's do a number. A little bit of humor there for you guys. 7:05. Now is a perfect time for you to make healthy life changes as you are protected by source energies, love, and strength. Wow, that's to let it go. I feel like I need to do another angel number. Let's just see what we need to go. Oops. 362. Trust that you're being assisted by a powerful and loving ascended masters. They are helping you. They are helping to provide for you and your family. All right, let's set some intentions. Intentions. I'm gonna have a sip of tea. All right, what do we need to know collectively? I gotta get my oracle cards out here next week. I don't know why I'm been pulled to draw some oracle cards for you guys in the lives. Go for it. Look under the surface and behind the obvious of whatever you initially see, particular when it's about another person. It's a good idea to stock up on groceries and water, not necessarily for an emergency, but mainly for to provide a sense of security and comfort, knowing that your cupboards are full. More than ever, it's time to take full responsibility for your own growth and your own growth and achievements, your heirs, and most important, the choices that you make. In order to move forward, you may have to take a few steps backwards from time to time, but know that overall you're always moving toward your goal. Have your eyes checked soon if you haven't in the last 2 years. I think that's for me. I think I'm due for an eye exam soon. So I love that so much. More than ever, it's time to take full responsibility for your own growth. It's your journey, your healing. All right, you guys. Like I said, I'll post when I can. Um, I'm hoping that I can go live from one of the festivities. May not be anything fancy filmed, but I'll do my best to capture what I can and share it with you guys. Erin, I'm definitely overdue for an eye exam. I think I'm getting close. I think I am due. It's time for new glasses soon. As always, you guys, I'm wishing you so much love, light, blessings, and have a spirit guided day. Take care, you guys. There we go. Forgot to hit the end button.